Greetings, one and all, from deep in the heart of Orange County, California. Well, I'm in Orange County, Florida. I'm Tony in LPHQ East. Mike, you're in Orange County, California. Although it looks like you might be in Washington, D.C. What's going on, Mike?
Here's our nation's capital. I'm in the Opera House at Disneyland. Mostly because it's raining.
So coming at you live from Disneyland Park. Look to the left, though. I noticed something right before we went live. We're not celebrating 50 years of Disneyland for almost 67 years now. 68? I don't even know. But we're celebrating 100 years of Walt Disney Animation. Lincoln Lobby is playing Once Upon a Studio.
Correct. Not starring Brett Iwan, as I learned recently.
Yes, that is true.
Here's what he calls him, Garfield.
Mike seems to get great joy out of that. We are coming at you live from the Disneyland Resort at Disneyland Park, specifically on a very wet and rainy day, as California State is experiencing a lot of rainfall right now.
And here's where it all started. The bench where Walt Disney had the idea of Disneyland.
Of a place where children and families can do things together, despite height requirements and a lot of Star Wars.
Families can do things together in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Assuming they're tall enough.
Right. And have the money to buy a lightsaber building experience.
Or a droid building one, which that was, granted, the last time I tried doing it was right post-COVID. So that was a little difficult. Now I feel like you just walk up. But before then, I mean, you can make reservations, but they were scarce right as the parks reopened again. This does look very, very damp today.
It's a wet
Park.
one.
Has it affected the crowds? Can you tell?
Oh, yeah. It definitely feels very light in crowds today. And I haven't really walked around the parks yet, but I walked through downtown Disney and it didn't feel like there were many people here.
Okay. I asked this to Mac if it had been raining over the weekend here in Florida also. Are you umbrella or poncho?
Umbrella. I do have a poncho, but I haven't used it.
I find, maybe it's because I run warmer, I find ponchos don't do me much good because they just blanket my heat and I just become equally as wet on the inside, sweating.
Okay. Yeah. Gotta get some air moving through. There's a tour happening still in the
Yeah, rain. I know. You're live on laughingplace.com's YouTube giving us a tour of Disneyland today. Oh, I see a VIP tour. There's some plaid walking with their own umbrella.
Yeah.
So the tour guide gets an umbrella and everybody else is wearing a poncho or coat.
Right, you're on your own.
Yep. VIP tours do not include the cost of an umbrella or poncho.
But here's a look down Main Street, USA in the room.
I'm on my way to join you. I have a jacket. Like this looks heavenly to me. I'm going to pull up the app and look up some wait times. You could also check out wait times on our site at laughingplace.com.
Yeah, I overheard as we were getting ready to start, I overheard another guest saying, "Oh, we've done 4 attractions already, and my family's in line for their 5th. I'm taking a break."
Let's get you out of the rain for a half second. Let's go into the Main Street Cinema. I feel like it's been a long time since we've done that.
Sure.
And be sure to focus on one of the cartoons in particular now that we can.
Okay. Oh, no. I have some bad news for you.
Oh no! How dare they? Of all days.
The Main Street Cinema will open tomorrow.
That's interesting. And what's the tour guide saying?
We steal part of this tour like Larry David stole golf lessons.
Well, one of my usual standbys to gauge how crowded the park is the Indiana Jones Adventure. That apparently is temporarily down right now.
Hmm.
Big Thunder is 30. You want to ride Big Thunder in the rain?
You're cutting out a little bit, Tony. I don't know if it's me or you.
I asked. I thought you were just joking. I thought I said, "Do you want to ride Big Thunder Mountain in the rain?"
Oh, not terribly. I don't think the gimbal would like that.
Yeah, it looks like most of the outdoor experiences are down.
Well, we can look at the departure board over here
Okay.
and see.
You know, back in my day, we called that a tip board.
Tip board. Sorry. You know what?
I think they put that in there with the advent of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I'm also thinking of when I worked at ArcLight Hollywood, the movie theater. We called the big board the departure board, which I think we just
it's like a train station.
Yeah,
yeah, that's fun. We are live. I'm going to catch up on some comments here that I've overlooked. I'm so sorry, everybody. Colin says, "Good afternoon."
hello.
Mickey Mouse saying hello. Hi, Mickey.
Whoa.
I think we'll see you in a few minutes, maybe. Nola says hello as well. And I think she is also saying wow to the crowd levels in the park today. And hi, Antonio. Hi. Thanks for joining us, everybody, as we walk through Disneyland on the very damp day. So damp, in fact, that Disneyland is closing early tonight. Early being 10 o'clock.
As opposed to midnight? Is that
I'm guessing? I'm guessing 11 or midnight.
Okay, so here we go. Are these lining up with what you're seeing? 65 for Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah. Indiana Jones temporarily closed. It's Small World's 45 also, yeah. Interestingly, it doesn't show outdoor experiences that I'm looking at. Yeah, Gadget's Go Coaster's temporarily. I'm sorry, everybody. Chippendale's Gadget Coaster.
Mad Tea Party also closed.
Yeah.
The Magic Happens Parade is closed.
No, magic is not happening today.
I don't know why you would have to close the storytelling. That's under a canopy.
It is. Kyle Oldham. Am I saying that right? Sorry. Rainy Day Disney. Absolutely. Broken Jeremiah points out 45 for It's a Small World. Oof. Which also goes outside, but it's mostly inside.
Yeah.
Let's head over and look at the Astro Orbiter.
Sure. Yeah, that's slowly, gradually being reinstalled after it was removed for refurbishment recently. But part of the structure is back.
I saw a picture of it before this scrim went up, and the people were comparing it to the Genie's lamp from not from Disney's Aladdin, but from the classic television show I Dream of Genie.
Okay.
And I could kind of see it. These pictures on the construction walls here, I keep thinking from far away they're like submarine portals or portholes.
Yeah, right.
But they're not. They're fun facts about the Astro Orbiter / rocket jets. I feel like there was another name I'm forgetting. If anybody remembers that third name, help me out. Throw it out in the comments.
We can. Oh, I thought there'd be more info.
Rebecca agrees with me. Oh yeah, they totally look like portals.
Orbitron.
That's in Hong Kong. I
Star
think it's in
Jets.
Paris also.
Do you say Star Jets?
I did not say Star Jets. I think that says Tokyo Disneyland there.
Yeah. Astro Orbiter. With
Do you
a
think when it
slight
comes back
spelling
from
difference.
do you think when it comes back it will fully rotate and function like it did when it opened back in 1998?
Oh boy, that'd be something.
I would like that. I'm a big fan of kinetic energy in the parks. That's why I don't
Yeah.
like so many indoor things. It's one of my big arguments for why Disneyland is better than Walt Disney World.
Well, you get more rain down there, right? So
We do. That doesn't.
wanna-
I still feel like you can like have kinetic energy. I know at Epcot back in the day, right behind Spaceship Earth, when Innoventions opened in '94, on all the light posts, they added just swirling effects, so it was just like constantly moving. But
I want to see this thing start up again. This used to spin around too.
the oh my goodness, because you looked at the Astro Orbiter sign. I want to say Orbitron, but I know that's not what it's called.
It's something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
We sound so informed.
And it would say, I know. This is normally one of my biggest complaints. That thing hasn't functioned in well over a decade, I think. But it used to spin and send its signals back to its home planet back in the day. Observatron. Thank you, Benji.
Observatron.
Although he said observation, but it's the Observatron, yes. And it would send signals back to its home planet. That sounded an awful lot like the score from The Rocketeer, but
the churros are so popular, people are waiting to stand in the rain.
Without an umbrella or a poncho.
Right.
Would you wait that long for a churro in the rain?
I don't know if I've ever actually had a churro, to be honest with you.
Again, I forget about why you haven't had a churro. I'm so sorry. I do this every stream.
It smells good, but I can't eat them.
Rebecca asks a question. Have they replicated the Starcade Mickey elsewhere? Not to my knowledge, because that's one of the things I associate with Disneyland more than anything else. The Starcade Mickey being coming up here on your right.
Yeah, I'm going to spin around so you can see this.
And then if you play the Disneyland Adventures game on Xbox, there's actually some secret rewards hidden in this, but it's fun. I like it a lot. Steven, hello everyone from Wyoming. Hi, Steven. Greetings.
Hello. Is it raining in Wyoming?
Is it raining in Wyoming? It seems to be raining everywhere else in the country.
Is it raining there, Tony?
No, the sun is broken through. It's been raining the last few days though. Alien Pizza Planet. Do you call it Alien Pizza Planet or just Pizza Planet?
I guess I just call it Pizza Planet.
Okay. You know, in the world of Disney abbreviations, that's probably not my favorite place to eat, so I'm not necessarily down with APP. But you know me. Steven is pointing out there have been tornadoes in California.
Oh, wow.
Are there been any near you down in Southern California?
No, just a lot of rain recently. Haven't seen a tornado or heard about one nearby.
I remember hearing one a few weeks ago in San Diego, or hearing of one a few weeks ago in San Diego.
I was in San Diego over the weekend for an event at the Comic-Con Museum.
I'm
going to be writing up.
Okay.
Maybe this afternoon. And I hadn't been to that museum before, but it looks like it's still under construction. It's
this
really
afternoon?
Yeah.
Mike, you've got a busy day because you've got Park Stock Live coming up later.
Yeah. No, I know. I just can't imagine I'm going to be doing a lot of walking around the park
at 4 o'clock Eastern. Or sorry, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, Park Stock Live. And then I think you have to stay up all night because there's a Bad Batch of waffles or something. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not...
Well, thankfully, I've already seen the Bad Batch premiere and have pre-written. I think spoilers. I can say that without getting in trouble. I have seen it, and we'll be posting a review imminently. Not until it goes up on Disney+.
Kyle Oldham. Very excited for new Star Wars content, apparently.
Yeah, Star
Now,
Wars
today would
is
be a
back.
fun day for the submarine voyage, but alas, it looks like a hefty wait.
Yeah.
When I looked, it was about 30 minutes. We've talked about this before, but let's talk about it again. Do you like the submarine voyage, Mike?
I do like it. My wife thinks my wife gets a little claustrophobic on it, so we don't go on it very often. How do you feel about it?
I love it.
I like the
I know I'm
scale of it.
Sorry, I got distracted by a spam phone call.
That's okay.
Yes, no, I do too. I liked it when I was younger, when it was just the submarine voyage.
Right.
I like it as the Finding Nemo submarine voyage, and I know a lot of people disagree with me, and that's fine. I just think it's one of the more unique things because you won't see that really anywhere else. And I've talked about it at length. I'm pretty sure Finding Nemo is the most represented movie by different ride systems. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Because we have an Omnimover in Florida. There's a flight simulator in Tokyo. We have the submarines here. There's a stage show at Musical or at Animal Kingdom. So
that's pretty good. I remember the age I was. I think I've said this before to you. I just remember when I started to understand, when it dawned on me that we weren't really diving further under the water, that it was just bubbles going past the window. That's when I started to understand, like, the magic of illusion.
Benji wants to point out, I was giving just some examples, guys. Thank you. But Benji's pointing out there's a coaster in Paris. Rebecca's pointing out there's a coaster, and then the Turtle Talk with Crush, which was part of the Living Character Initiative. So yeah. If you want to get into it too, there's a splash pad on the cruise ships. The list goes on. And apparently I have a task for you when we get to Adventureland. So
okay,
when we get that way, don't let me forget that I need to send you into a gift shop. Because there's some new merch for the upcoming Walt Disney Animation Studios collaboration with Kugali out of Africa. Awaju coming to Disney Plus later this month.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of people that want to ride the Matterhorn in the rain.
Yeah, I'm starting to take it back. It's not as empty as I thought it was. Yeah.
Well, I think it's because there's so many. Just on the app alone, it looks like there's a lot of experiences that are down right now.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of flocking to what is open.
Right.
Even Winnie the Pooh has a 15-minute wait. I know I'm not a regular like you, Mike, but even in my experience, it's a crowded day.
Yeah, I would say so. Usually that's pretty close to a walk-on.
Broken Jeremiah is asking, is Radiator Springs Racers down? I've been focused on Disneyland. Let's have a look. I'm going to slide down this map a little bit. And it does appear that Radiator Springs Racers is temporarily closed as well.
Yeah, look at all these folks waiting for Matterhorn.
Now, Mike, you seem a little somber today. Is it because of the weather?
I think it's just because I'm distracted and trying to balance my umbrella and keep the gimbal steady, and also try not to get my phone wet.
That's fair. Matterhorn with a current 35-minute wait right now. 35 minutes.
Sorry. I'm also getting in people's way.
I think any live streamer tends to do that.
It's the curse of the live streamer.
Now, based on what you're seeing, Mike, Kyle Oldham's asking a question. Is it worth going on a rainy day?
I do think the lines tend to be a bit shorter. So yes, as long as you're okay with getting a bit wet. Like I have an umbrella, but the bottom half of my legs are wet because this doesn't cover all that.
I wish I had a music for like saucy leg showing. Heading down now towards It's a Small World. This is, you see all those people in the lines, but looking at this compared to other live streams we've done on nicer weather days, again, the crowds seem minimal.
Yes.
Because I've seen this full, like
right.
shoulder to shoulder as you walk through.
Yeah, and like you said, I think people are, like, even Small World over here, the line seems like the queue is pretty full. So people are finding the stuff that's open and kind of flocking to it instead of walking around in the past.
Kyle's pointing this out. I'm going to agree with this. Let's give the camera guy a round of applause for braving the weather to give us our Disney fix. 100%.
You're welcome. It's part of the job I love. And I don't mean that sarcastically.
Steven says he's going to graduate in March 2024. Happy early graduation.
Yeah, happy graduation, Steven.
Benji's adding rest in peace, WDSHE.
Walt Disney Studios Home Entertainment.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm still repressing. Disney Movie Club is shutting down. If you
I have
remember.
a question about that.
Okay, go on. What's your question?
So I saw the headline, but I didn't look into it. Is there going to be a way for us to use our remaining points, or are we out of luck?
So I think you're confusing Disney Movie Club with Disney Movie Insiders.
Oh, okay. Yes, I am.
Okay. Disney Movie Club is basically if you remember the Columbia House Records.
Oh, okay.
Buy one DVD, get 10 for a penny. Like that was how they started with Disney Movie Club, and that's how they lured me in back in the day. And I've been there since, and that's where I've been purchasing my physical media, because if I buy one at the featured title after a few years, not even a few years after I bought my 3 to meet the recommendation, or not the recommendation, the requirement, you get the 60% off discount. So I would get whatever the new one is. Let's say it was Pixar's Turning Red a couple years ago, and then, I'm missing these in my collection, so I could get those for like $6-7,
right,
and just top the whole thing off. Which is why I loved Disney Movie Club. I literally just pre-ordered Wish earlier. But yeah, so that's shutting down. It's been kind of the go-to source for physical media, because they have like archival stuff also, and stuff that only they produce on Blu-ray. Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids came only through them on Blu-ray. So it is a big blow to physical media people like me. But Disney Movie Insiders apparently is also connected with them.
Okay.
So to answer your question, I would probably use them sooner than later, but we don't know for sure yet. Nothing's been formally announced about Disney Movie Insiders, as far as I know.
And now it's true that Sony is taking over the physical media.
Like you, that was the headline I saw. Let me go back to it. I don't know if I haven't looked into it further, which I might do after this stream. And I suggest everybody else do the same if you're interested. The headline I see is Disney and Sony ink deal for Sony to take over Disney's physical media production, with Disney Movie Club shutting down as a result. So I don't know what that means specifically. Just that Disney won't be doing it on their own, I'm guessing.
Oh boy. Some celebrate.
Here's somebody who does know.
Stuff here.
Benji, Disney is also moving the creation and marketing of physical media to Sony. Those sending me private messages, I thank you greatly. Again, my computer is not in the best of shape, so if I do more than 1 or 2 things at a time, the stream might cut off on my end. So, and what are we looking at here?
Celebrate Gospel is happening right now. Saturday, February 17th, which was this past Saturday. And then Saturday, February 24th, this coming Saturday, you can come and enjoy some Celebrate Gospel performances here at the Fantasyland Theater.
I'm glad that they're still using the Fantasyland Theater. I know a lot of people thought that with a Tale of the Lion King closing, that might be earmarked for something else, or a new structure of some kind. But yeah,
you can see all the instruments covered with plastic back there, just in case, I guess, the roof leaks.
That'd be my guess, because I can't imagine it is raining that hard sideways. Steven catching us up. He's graduating from Utah State University. That's awesome. Congratulations. And then, are we going to go see Mickey's Toontown? We might as well. Let's do it.
We're happy
another
to take
good crowd
requests.
gauge. Yeah. Again, we're live. If you want to see something and we're nearby, we'll do our best to do what we can to see it.
It's not far from here.
Yeah. How's the line for the railroad?
Not many people in line for the rail. Looks like about 10 people in line right now.
Okay. Well, that might be our exit strategy, but let's go forth.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
To Toontown. As a reminder, Toontown has always been there. It's actually where Mickey suggested his friend Walt see back in the day and lured him to use this area of the orange groves for Disneyland. At least that was the story pre renovations of last year. Alicia, welcome. She says, hi from New Jersey. Greetings, hello. Alicia. She's new to watching. Well, thank you for joining us. I am not there with Mike today. I'm Tony, and I'm out here in Orlando sitting at a desk talking to Mike in Disneyland with Disney Springs about 1.8 miles from my backyard. But yeah, I love joining Mike here in California. How many times have you been to Walt Disney World? Or no, she's only been to Disneyland once, but been to Disney World many times. Sorry, I read that so fast. My apologies.
I think a lot of people from the East Coast, myself included, grew up going to Walt Disney World. I didn't come out here to Disneyland until I was, I think, 17, 1997.
Okay. And I'm backwards. I grew up going to Disneyland, and then I went to Disney World 3 times? Yeah, 3 times before I moved out here. Yeah, big welcome to Alicia. Thanks. Anybody else new joining us who hasn't watched one of our Laughing Place live streams from the park before, let us know in the comments. We'll welcome you as well.
Runaway Railway is down right now. Well, the door's open.
It wasn't on the app, but let's have a look. That could have happened in the last couple of minutes.
No wait time on the...
And that's usually what that means.
Yeah, on the entrance there. And it looks like
I know Benji's a first-time viewer. He's always kind of around, but I think this is his first time watching for sure.
Long-time listener, first-time commenter.
Yes, Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway is temporarily closed right now. And Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin still pulling them in at 60 minutes.
Yikes. Nice and warm in there in the streets of that Toontown.
The streets of downtown Toontown?
Downtown Toontown.
Dragon Blood HD is going to Disneyland tomorrow. Hopefully the weather's a little bit better for you.
Good luck. I want to see if Donald's splash pad is open over here.
Based on this, the app, I'm going to say no. Oh, no, actually, it says Donald Duck's Pond. Gadget's Go Coaster says temporarily closed. Sorry. Chip and Dale's Gadget Coaster.
Donald's Pond has not opened since Toontown reopened. We're still waiting on that one.
And Dragon Blood HD, also a first-time viewer. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. For all those first-time viewers out there, We do this fairly regularly. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified whenever we go live from the parks. We'll go to Disneyland, Disney California Adventure, the 4 parks of Walt Disney World. Sometimes we'll even branch out and check out Universal or Knott's on the West Coast, Universal on both coasts.
So if I weren't carrying a bunch of stuff in wet already, I would go on that playground equipment. But for now, we're gonna head back out, I think.
All right, sounds good. Broken Jeremiah also might call off work to go to Ducks Day.
Oh yeah,
Which is
I'll be
coming up.
here.
Are you doing that? Yeah.
I'll be
Tell
here
us
on
about Ducks Day, Mike.
Thursday. Anaheim, no longer the Mighty Ducks, I believe.
They are the
Anaheim
Ducks. Anaheim Ducks.
Right. Used to be the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim when I was a teenager. And they had the Disney duck-shaped hockey mask logo.
Mm-hmm. It still kind of is.
Well, they still have the mascot still looks like that.
Yeah.
Right? His name is Wild Wing, if I recall quite correctly. And he usually shows up at this thing they do every year here at Disneyland Resort called Anaheim Ducks Day, which I'll be here to check out on Thursday. And you can come and I think it happens Thursday and Friday. You can come and check out all sorts of Anaheim Ducks related events. They do a cavalcade. I think they're opening stage, whatever that is, stage 15.
Okay.
And they'll have activities and activations inside there. That's always a fun time.
Test my computer to pull some stuff up because I was going to point out to Broken Jeremiah, if you're a Magic Key holder, not only are there special treats and stuff for everybody, but Magic Key holders can get a rally towel that has the aforementioned duck mask logo on it. I'm trying to pull that up now. Mr. Bob Newell points out, I'm not a Disneyland fan, but that looks unhappiest. I would still be quite happy there.
I'm plenty happy, and I'm here.
But let's get you on under some kind of cover that might
go on the train?
move a little bit. So let's jump on the train.
The train is actually here right now. Let me see if I can get on this. Get on this train
safely. Do it safely. In the meantime, just to give you an idea, I started looking for this article as soon as he posted it, but this is why my computer doesn't like me right now when I'm doing more than one thing at a time. But coming at you in the comments, a link to some of our coverage regarding the special treats for Anaheim Duck Day and that Magic Key holder rally towel. You can check that out in the comments below. Yeah, I think it's a lot of the Magic Key giveaway is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., which I thought was a little strange for the event because it's already on a weekday. So anybody with like a 9-to-5 job won't be able to attend for the gifts, which I thought was a bit of a bummer.
A lot of empty seats, but it looks like we're not boarding, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Hi, folks. We do kindly ask that you take your seats quickly, as we do have other guests waiting in the stations in the rain. We want to make sure we pick them up as quickly as possible.
It looks like we're going to wait for the next train.
Okay. Well, they said it's about 5 minutes, so.
Yeah.
And New Orleans is currently closed, is it not? New Orleans station?
It was last time I went by there, but I haven't gone by today.
All right, so I'll probably ask that we go through. I almost said the time tunnel, but that's the dinosaur train. Primeval Worlds, the Grand Canyon diorama, up to Main Street, and then we can go check out Adventureland in the west side of the park.
Not to be confused with Primeval World.
But that's long gone. We don't talk about that anymore.
Our next stop up ahead will be at Tomorrowland Station, but don't worry, we'll get there today. Also, as a reminder, New Orleans Square Station is currently closed.
Okay, so that answered that. Thank you. Thank you, conductors.
New Orleans Square Station. So please plan accordingly.
Oh, it looks like some family got split up. I don't know if you caught that.
Gotta wait at the next station.
Mr. Bob Newell has mini umbrellas, 14. How many do you have, Mike?
I think my wife and I each own one.
I've seen it a few times kind of pop in from the top there. What's it look like?
Oh, I love this umbrella. See if you can tell what it is.
My first thought, but this is because I'm a Disney adult, was it's a Walt Disney World master plan.
It is a map of Central Park, New York City.
Oh, very nice.
Which we actually bought in Central Park.
Where else would you get it?
I don't know where else you would be able to buy that. The other umbrella we own is Maleficent themed from the movie Maleficent.
Yeah, see, Mr. Bob Newell thought what I thought. I see Bay Lake. That's exactly why I thought that. It had almost the same shape.
Not quite. Another man-made park, though.
Alicia
Park.
wants to know. Also thought it was a WDW map. Sorry.
Great book about. Have you read Devil in the White City, Tony? You aware of this book? It's about the.
I'm
Chicago,
aware of it. Chicago World's Fair, right? Yeah.
Chicago World's Fair, which is built by Frederick Law Olmsted, designed by him. He's the guy who designed, one of the guys who designed Central Park as well. And the beginning really goes into the birth of Central Park too.
Rebecca points out she would not be like Mike today, which takes me back to the 90s. Everyone wants to be like Mike. She avoids wearing jeans on a rainy day because it takes too long for them to dry and always gets quite wet below the knee on a rainy day.
Yeah, I'm experiencing that right now. What are the alternatives, though?
Shorts.
Okay.
At least in Florida, it rains when it's hot.
Right.
So I'm still wearing shorts. Benji has a question. Are you more likely to get mugged when you use that umbrella?
Depends where I'm using it. I guess.
At least if he has to run from muggers, you have a map on how to get out of Central Park quicker.
Yeah.
Kyle kind of got what I was putting down with the New York umbrella bought in California. I'm at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. I love this Central Park umbrella in the gift shop. Let me check that out. Kyle also excited you brought up Chicago, his old hometown. And Mr. Bob Newell, what's the cycle time for this train? I know they said one would be coming in 5 minutes.
I think that's why that train left, is because there's going to be another one quickly behind it. That would be my guess. But I don't know about the operation of the Disneyland Railway. So.
Rebecca wants to clarify. I wear a lighter weight pant like a khaki when it's cold or shorts when it's warm. Sounds like that train's on its way here, though.
Yeah. I actually think it might be best to do a full Grand Circle tour, just so we can see the Haunted Mansion construction from the train and go through the Rivers of America section. I don't know. What do you think, gentlemen?
If you're comfortable with that, let's do it.
Yeah. Look at how
as long as we get to
train
Adventureland. The goal is Adventureland.
We will eventually end up in Adventureland.
Oh, you have these seats. Personally, I'm a fan of the other seats.
Yeah. You want to be looking out, not straight frontwards. But we'll make do. Close up my umbrella here.
And Central Park just collapsed in on itself. Part of me wonders, with that short turnaround and how they're kind of rushing everybody on, if they have more trains on the track than an average day.
Yeah.
The only way I could think of discovering that number for sure is at Main Street Station. There's like an archival looking railroad poster, and it glows and highlights where the trains are.
Yeah, this train is.
With what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah. I was just gonna say this train is not gonna fill up because there's only about 20 more people waiting to get on and a lot of empty seats.
But she said they are gonna leave with empty seats because it sounds like they were rushing. So I'm guessing that there's probably 3 trains on the track. That's again my guess. I don't know until we see that board. But I know that bell means they're ready to go. So Kyle Oldham's a big fan of the design on the inside. I'm guessing he means the train. Mr. Bob Newell wants to know how much do rain ponchos cost at Disney? Last I checked in Florida, they were $14. It has been a while. Do not quote me on that one, but that's probably the vicinity that you're looking at.
Nobody else waiting.
Oh, they got everybody going. Good.
Yep.
That's cool. I'm looking at to see if I could find. So at Disneyland, which I'm guessing would be the same in Florida, I was a little off. Plan Disney is saying that they are $12 for adults.
Okay.
$10 for a child size. Are we moving?
We got it all aboard, so
okay.
Any second now, I think.
Dark Clown Princess, hello. Hi, my friends. Have fun at Disneyland. Have
you.
fun wherever you are, Dark Clown Princess.
Like
thank you so much.
Harley Quinn.
Who is, in fact, a Dark Clown Princess.
Yeah. Is she a princess? I don't know.
In some circles, I guess.
And we're moving.
Oh, I always forget. It's Bob Joles who does the narration. Bill Green from Big City Greens.
Yes.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto this small world just below us.
Hey, look at that. You know what that means?
Going back in, that it's
15 minutes after the
12:45.
Or yeah, 15 minutes before or after the hour.
Do they not do it on the half hour? I thought they did it every 15 minutes.
15 minutes? I don't know. Is it every 15?
I thought it was every 15.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Mr. Bob Newell, thank you. This live stream is better than being there.
It's better. Wow. It's probably you're not wet, is what you're saying.
Somebody parked their cars in the wrong spot. Have I ever told you my AgriFuture story?
I don't know. Maybe.
So, a long time ago, early 2000s, my friends bought Disney Trivial Pursuit and invited me to come play, which was a mistake. So we played by proper Disney or by proper Trivial Pursuit rules.
Yeah.
Which is, if you get the question right, you keep going.
Right.
Which is why it's a pursuit. Well, I rolled to see who goes first, and I rolled a 6, so I went first.
No one else got to go.
Went all the way around the board, and they decided the winning question. They got to pick it off the card, and they thought it was something I would never know. And the question was something like, "What is the 1998 landscaping project at Disneyland called?" And I said, "Agrifuture." And they threw like the board like a table flip full, and we're so angry because there was no possible way I would know what a landscaping initiative was titled. And I'm like, it was heavily marketed. Come on. Steve K, I agree. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm out in Florida, but I would love to be at Disneyland right now. Like the rain doesn't like in Florida when it rains, it's torrential. This I can't tell. It doesn't look.
It feels like it's
a
coming
Pacific
down
Northwest
harder
rain.
now than it
Okay.
was like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I don't know if you can really see the drops, but
I could see them kind of coming off of the train, so they look bigger,
Yeah.
but further out, it looks there, but it doesn't look crazy hard. Like in Florida, when it rains, you wouldn't be able to see the people on that overpass on Autopia there.
But in Florida, you get those like 10, 15-minute rainstorms, right? Like here, if it rains for a month, and then the rest of the year it's bone dry.
And then it's in Florida, it rains for those 10, 15 minutes, and then it's hideously uncomfortable for the rest of the day because it's just hot and sticky and gross. Doobie points out, which is what I said to you earlier, Mike, Big Thunder in the rain is so much fun.
All right. You convinced me. Let's do it.
Okay. Gimbal and all, but you have to hold the umbrella so your phone doesn't get wet.
Oh, God.
No,
if I hold the umbrella
do
on Big Thunder, I'll fly out of the train.
Don't do that. Steve K adds some of his favorite Disneyland memories as a kid were family trips in the rain. That's sweet. I like that. Speaking of family trips, they held the train for a family, it looks like.
And none of them tripped, though.
That's true. Save the Tortugas pointing out it could also be warm in Florida in the rain. It's always cold in the rain in Southern California.
And then some people say it never rains in Southern California.
How cold is it right now, would you say?
I'm going to guess high 50s.
Okay. Let me check my weather app. I have friends watching, and they just yelled via text, and I say yelled because it was all caps. Bill Green train. Also, lots of rain. And then I got another message from our own Kyle Burbank referencing World of Color saying, big rain. So.
Well, the monorail is coming by.
Jessica Garcia, thanks for joining us, saying hi from El Paso, Texas. Greetings from Orange County, Florida, and Orange County, California, Jessica. That's the same monorail we've been seeing all day. What's going on?
Yeah. The other one.
And by all day, I mean when we were in Tomorrowland earlier and now on the train.
Oh, I think I might have some news. I think that the other monorail is back to being wrapped with Mickey. Or was that... Did they always have just one with the Disney 100 wrap on it?
As far as I know, it was only one with the Disney 100.
Okay. Maybe that
and
one's
it was
not
that
on.
reflective sheen one.
I tried to check that out later.
And it was the blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know there's only 3 in California.
Right. I think I might have just saw the other 2 that were not Disney 100.
Yeah, because the blue one was Disney 100, and the other 2 were still Mickey from Mickey's 90th birthday, I believe. So
yeah, which was 2018, so it's been a while.
Drop Zone Golf commenting, definitely surprised there are that many people there today. Yeah. There are more than I would have expected, to be honest, but if the rain sticks around. And we haven't even gone to the other park. We're just chilling at Disneyland right now. So. I wonder how busy the animation building at California Adventure is today.
This train does not go there.
I mean, I know, but I wonder that fairly often. But right now, because it's raining, I feel like it would be busier than normal. Come on, Bill. Is this conductor talking over Bill Green?
No, I don't think they've started the
Okay.
pre-recorded spiel yet.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado, tenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
It's a nice day in the Grand Canyon,
Yeah, no rain there.
except for the lightning. There's lightning coming up there.
There's apparently no cell phone antenna in the Grand Canyon either. It's a little choppy for us. Hopefully it holds out as we time travel. Well, there's the rain.
Yeah, rainbow now, and it's cleared up already.
Yeah, and so is your signal.
I love the smell in here. Did they make a candle of this?
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time.
We dropped you for a second. I knew it wasn't going to hold as we traveled to the past, but you're back. I don't know about you, but I got a hankering to go on the universe of energy now.
Yeah. Where's Ellen when you need her? What do you think? Get off at Main Street or keep going?
Do you want to go full? We could check out the closed New Orleans Square Station and see what's going on that way.
You mean by staying on or
We're
yeah?
now returning to
Yeah,
our
it's up
own
to you.
time.
Yeah, let's stay on.
Main Street.
Okay.
We're now approaching Main Street Station. For your safety, please remain seated so we can
In the meantime, let's catch up on this. Lori Jean says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Lori Jean. She says it's currently raining up in Northern California today as well. Some friends and family coming in. Josh Wilson, when is Tony not wondering about the animation building?
Tony?
Also true. And then Benji saying he hears the Sorcerer's Workshop is
This
empty.
is Main Street Station.
Almost.
Main Street, USA.
Almost. I'm sure people are down there today. And I know I said this back in Toontown, but I'm going to say it again. We come visit the parks a lot. So remember to like, subscribe. We do this a lot. Get notified whenever we go live. Rain or shine in most cases. I know you're there at the park in the rain. The other day we had Mac in the park in the rain twice at Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios.
Nice.
And then, yeah, because it's been raining everywhere.
Isn't that a
Sandra
song?
says,
Isn't that a
"Hi
song?
from
Mac in the
Palmdale."
Park in the rain. Or Mac in the Park is frightening in the dark.
I know
think
Mac
it is.
tonight.
Okay.
I also get the feeling that might be the only glimpse we get of Disney California Adventure today. So I hope you all enjoyed.
And thematically appropriate that when it's raining in California, it is also raining in California Adventure. I don't know how they did that.
Lori Jean says they had rain and thunder and lightning in last night in Northern California. And Kyle's pointing out MacArthur Park. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Better
Someone
known for
left
the
a cake
Warehouse
out in
Valley
the-
Jurassic Park. Okay. It says Disneyland is 138 feet above sea level. Is that still true after that 4-pointer in Malibu the other day?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a joke. It was a 4-pointer. It's not going to move the Earth that
Does it
much.
still have a population of 650 million?
Not today.
Right.
When was the last time you saw anybody using the little pump car right there on your left?
I don't know if I've ever seen someone using it.
He's joking, hence the wink. But is the Skyway to Tomorrowland running? Let's go back in that Primeval World time tunnel there.
Yeah. Get off at 1978.
650 million is the number of guests in line for Peter Pan at Magic Kingdom here in Florida. Doobie's excited about Josh Shipley. Hi, guys. It's a reunion of sorts in our comments.
Nice.
Laughingplace.com live streams, bringing people together. It's great.
Josh Shipley, I know that name.
Okay, just running a quote before the Disneyland Railroad. Next stop on this journey will be Charles Square Station for operational purposes only.
So we will be stopping at New Orleans Square Station. We cannot get off at New Orleans Square Station.
So that's fun. I know New Orleans Square is also where they refill the water for the steam engine.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they're going to be doing.
Once again, our next stop for operational purposes only, Charles Square Station.
Here we go.
Did I say Liberty Square?
Did you?
My wife is making fun of me. I think I might have said Liberty Square. New Orleans Square.
Aboard the Disneyland Railroad.
I can't believe I did that if I did that.
We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the Primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
That's because it's close to the mansion. Yes. Benji points out Edison Square. Didn't call it that. And John coming back in again to say it's not raining at the Adventure Through Inner Space. I don't know. It might be raining on Monsanto's stock. Is that a? I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff.
Peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there, literally. So be on the lookout.
So for a while on this rock here coming up, there was the panther was perched there.
Some kind of big cat.
And then he was like standing behind that tree for a bit. Now I don't see him at all. I don't know why they keep moving that around.
Maybe it's a real panther.
Yeah.
Colette comes in to point out that she misses the tiger there. So some kind of cat.
Yeah.
Hi, Tyler. Tyler's joining us. Happy Tuesday to you, too. Yeah, yesterday, Tyler points out, yesterday it was President's Day. So yesterday would have been a good day. We opened our stream today from the Lincoln, Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln at the Opera House. We should have stayed for that show if we were here doing this yesterday.
So we're at Norland Square Station. We can't get off here right now. There's no boarding or loading at this station because they're redoing the Haunted Mansion queue. There's construction walls up all around. There is some concept art right there, what this area is going to look like.
I wish we could get closer, but you can't even get up to go look at it.
Yeah.
Sean wants to see a Cats of Disneyland tour. Well, we talked about it. The Panther has already been moved again. So we don't know where that's going. I'm going to point out this. Rebecca knew this, and I'm going to have to look this up. Did you know the flowers here are from the Eureka Parade?
Oh.
Did not know that. And Josh points out, New Orleans Square looks a lot like Epcot right now. Not as much as it used to. Right now, New Orleans Square, I think it has out more walls than Epcot did. Or does right now, anyway.
Tony, can you interpret that Morse code signal being sent out?
Yes. Let me listen again. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Here.
Very good.
Hold on, I'm hearing more. Here, R2, D2, and C3PO will come in the future along the river. You'll figure out who they are in the 70s. I don't know what that means. Doobie says, I can't believe Tony did not point out that it's not Morse code. Is there it's still a telegraph?
To ensure a safe ride.
Is it not Morse code?
I was always under the impression it was just like the telegraph, which used Morse code, but
what other code would it be?
Computer code? Is that Linux? I don't know if I pointed this one out already. Pawn Shopper Polly. Good afternoon from Northern Nevada. Good afternoon from Orange County, Florida, and Orange County, California. I said that again.
Let's see if we can see into Tiana's Bayou adventure this time. Nope.
Okay. I got Benji coming in. According to Disney, it's Morse code. John Shipley says it's Morris code.
Morris code.
And then I've got landline. I want to say telegraphy, but I want to read that like telepathy, which is different from Morse code. I would have beat Tony in Trivial Pursuit, unless we got to that Pixar category, Doobie. I saw that live stream. So,
well, I had never heard of that before.
Me neither. That's the first I've heard of any of that, so that's fun. And then Drop Zone Golf says it's actually Maurice Code.
Maurice Code.
Who is Belle's father, so I guess he invented that.
Entering the frontier is a look more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the
look at this. Rivers of America in the rain.
Yes. What? No canoes? I can hardly believe that. Canoe?
What would Gideon be doing if he were here right now?
That's a question for his parents, who are in our chat, so feel free to answer.
There is the revered Indian shaman sharing his stories with those in the Great River Valley below.
Are any of the water craft running on the river today?
I don't see any of the boats going.
People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through
People like me.
in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take.
How would you define a person like you, Mike?
Steam power not only
2 arms, 2 legs,
horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this
pocket
real
full of
frontier.
sunshine.
Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, it looks
where I
like
hear that
all the watercraft is closed right now based on the app. Oh, I'm getting a private message. I don't know why it's not being put in the public comments, but I'll read it out loud. So technically, it is Morse code, but it's not the code usually called Morse code. Oh, and no need to waste people's time reading this, but I did it anyway.
You gotta fill time somehow.
There is, however, a difference between the Morse code used in landline telegraphy and the Morse code used in radio telegraphy.
Huh. I didn't know that.
The Morse code used for landline is American Morse or Railroad Morse. The code used in radio is called International Morse code.
I used
Either
to know
way,
a guy we call Railroad
3
Morse.
long, 3 short means help.
Okay, that's SOS.
Yes.
What about semaphore? Remember that?
Not really. Go on.
Oh, that's one with the flags.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the cover of the Beatles' Help album?
I'm not enough to know it. I'm sure I've seen it, but
they're spelling out help, H-E-L-P, in semaphore on the cover.
Sean points out when it rains at the station today, it's moist code.
Moist code is pretty good.
Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun.
And back to where we started.
Oh, Kyle's coming in.
Uh-oh.
Our resident music buff. Actually, they're not. They didn't like the way help
Darn
looked,
it.
so they're random letters.
Can I say something that's accurate today?
Mike leads live streams from Disneyland, but everybody else has to point out the facts.
I think you just push, yeah.
Doobie points out Sean fits in here. Yes, he does.
Thank you.
All right. Am I going to be nice to you, Mike? Do I dare say let's go into your neck of the woods at Disneyland?
I think we should go where you wanted to go, Adventureland. Right? Or
Yeah.
you want to swing through Galaxy's Edge?
By way of Fantasyland? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we can go through Fantasyland through the castle towards Adventureland, or if you want to kind of cut through Galaxy's Edge and then loop around back to Adventureland, that's up to you.
I'll go through the castle. We've done Galaxy's Edge enough on these streams for now.
Someone was triggered so much by the Beatles one. I'm getting messages from Snopes saying, "What does the Beatles Help album cover mean?"
What does Snopes have to say?
Okay, let's open this website. Everybody stand by. The claim is that the cover of Beatles' Help album shows the group spelling out the word help in semaphore. False. On August 6, 1965, the Beatles issued their 5th LP, Help, comprising the 7 songs featured in their just-released feature film with the same name, plus 7 additional tracks. Blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
In fact, the Beatles weren't posed in a way that spelled out help or anything else meaningful in semaphore. Their arms positions corresponded at best to either the sequence NUJV or NVUJ, depending on whether one examined the UK or the United States version of the album.
So basically, Paul is dead, is what they're saying.
I was watching the Annies over the weekend, which we have coverage of on laughingplace.com. We have the full list of Annie winners, Annie being the awards for animation. And John and Yoko's son produced
the
the Christmas short War is Over.
It was Sean Lennon.
With Sean Lennon, yes. If I met that kid on the street and didn't know who he was, I would think that was the kid of John and Yoko. He's like spitting image of both of them.
I remember being at a Weezer concert 25 years ago or so and standing next to either Julian or Sean Lennon and thinking the same thing. Like, this guy is a spitting image of his dad.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Sean points out you saw the Matterhorn and his back hurts just looking at that thing.
Oh, yeah.
But would also like Magical Map to come back. Justin points out, remember when Disney was going to make a motion capture Yellow Submarine?
Oh, yeah.
That was a thing. Special thanks to Rebecca for pointing out the 51st Annie Awards coverage with the link right there.
Nice.
Steven says, bring the Disneyland t-shirt. Which Disneyland t-shirt? There's so many. Mr.
Not
Toad
much of a
looking a little
Mr.
thin.
Toad.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I thought we'd get any signal in there or would be able to see anything, I would go in. But notoriously very dark in there.
Yes. Both physically and symbolically.
Yeah. Peter Pan still gotta wait.
Yep. Fantasyland, this part of Fantasyland, no matter what the crowd level is, always seems crowded. Earlier it said Snow White's Enchanted Wish was down, but it looks like it's open again.
Yeah, and it has a bit of a wait too.
Rebecca points out, Mr. Toad was always a go-to on a rainy day to warm up. That's what happens. Especially
Glasses
that
fog
finale.
up. Yeah.
Rethink your life's decisions. What kind of jokes you laughed at your whole life. I mean, what? No, we love Mr. Toad.
I can't believe I didn't know that Beatles thing. I'm kicking myself.
Well, don't do that right now. Your pants are wet on the bottom half. So if you bend your leg, you're just going to soak the rest of your pants.
Okay, I'm going to change your pants. Okay. It's all wet. Let's go.
So between the semaphores and the Morse code, Sean is pointing out that it is Morse code mania today.
What other
Sleeping Beauty
code?
Castle? Sleeping Beauty Castle looks a bit different in the rain, according to Rebecca. I'd say it looks different, and it looks wet. Josh points out, it's okay, Mike. Let it be. Last January, those fountains were installed as part of the Disney 100 Years of Wonder at Disneyland, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. And I remember, for some, that was the biggest news, was these new fountains. And I'm a fountain connoisseur, don't get me wrong.
I'm a sucker for
there were other great highlights to that celebration, too. Steven points out the 100 Years t-shirt for the Disneyland shirt. Doobie said the fountains are the best part. Glad they left them. So those are one of those things, too, where it feels like they've always been there, and they should have always been there, but they weren't.
You've always been the caretaker here.
Sean, what a great idea. Tony's top 10 fountains. As long as I'm allocated the budget to travel the world and see them myself. There you go. LP team who's watching. Tell me the thoughts. I'll tell you right now, we have a full in-depth analysis of every incarnation of World of Color on laughingplace.com.
Nice.
John, brings up something. We're gonna have to check this out too after we look at this Awaju merchandise. What is your guys' take on the new treehouse? It wasn't open when I was there last May to say goodbye to Splash Mountain.
I like it. I wish that the water
There it is.
feature was working. We'll see. Let's go by there and see if it's
Yep,
working.
we're absolutely going to. Mike's treehouse water feature status report is what I look forward to probably every week.
Do you know where this Iwaju merch is? Is it in the bazaar?
Well, that would just be a strange choice. Some would even call it a bizarre one. But yeah, I would look there.
It feels more crowded in Adventureland.
Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca linking up the link of
This is pretty good. Anything we mentioned, Rebecca gets the link.
Yeah, no, I love it. Mostly because it saves my computer and saves our stream. So,
all right. Let me
special
close
thanks
up.
to Rebecca. Shout out. And Doobie wants a pinball update as well.
Oh, it was back last time I checked. Let's see.
And of course, it being raining, the stores are going to be a little more full than normal. What was that on the table right there?
This right here?
No, sorry, never mind. It looked like it had like the same color scheme almost. But let's pull back. It's not it.
I'm not even sure what that is. Looks like a tambourine or something. Wait. Oh, wait.
Oh,
This
here we
is
go.
Iwaju.
Yep.
Yep.
Awaju, the new collaboration between Walt Disney Animation Studios and Kugali out of Africa. Coming to Disney Plus later this month.
Oh, you got a nice pocket t-shirt there with the lizard. And then there's keychains and it's a keychain. You got like a fanny pack type thing.
Pan up. I do believe the lizard's name is Oten. Oten?
Oh,
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Not to be confused with the Greek god Odin, played by Anthony Hopkins. Powerful together is the water bottle, and there's also a notebook. Iwaju.
I like the Oten on the strap. That's fun.
I don't know if this is related. It says Disney
It's
pin.
Disney pin, so I'm gonna guess no.
Yeah. Oh, there's also a hat. Pardon me. Sorry.
We're checking this out on the live stream, Mike, but I feel like you should come back later and get some still images that we can upload.
I feel like
laughingplace.com.
You're probably right.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that on laughingplace.com.
I think that's it. And then a lot of Stitch merch.
Kyle says the merchandise is also available on Shop Disney, but it's not called that anymore, Kyle. It's Disney Store. And Kyle links up that put that link in there too. Oh, everybody hold on tight.
Sorry. Hit the gimbal with my umbrella as I was opening it.
You being in Southern California, I do fear a little bit when I see that happen, but
Ugh.
I don't know what happened. Hang tight, everybody. Kyle also points out it was called Shop Disney when the Kugali merchandise came out, or Iwaju from Kugali. I know we had a little bit of an issue with Mike's gimbal there. Hang tight. And now we have. Hey, Mike, welcome back.
What happened?
I don't know what happened, but thanks for hanging in there. Okay.
It's chaos.
People were asking if
Chaos.
Mike was okay. We're good. Sean points out these are some umbrella-related technical difficulties.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's what you know. What it was because of Central Park.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we need to talk more about Central Park again.
Pinball update. Pinball is here. If you want to come play Indiana Jones pinball.
You know what? Bengal barbecue and Indiana Jones pinball.
That sounds like a
great
day.
time right now. Oh my gosh. Sign me up.
All right, let's see the moment of truth. No.
Is Indiana Jones open? Oh. Okay.
Indy is open with a 65-minute standby wait. The wheel is turning. The other part of the water conveyance system
Let's get closer. Let's take a look.
Not moving. It was cool. It was cool for like 2 weeks.
We have a lot of new folks with us today. Catch us up on the plight of this water conveyance at the new Adventureland Treehouse.
Well, the whole story of the new treehouse is that this system is supposed to bring water up to the top, and then it flows through a series of pipes that are supposed to power all of the technology inside the treehouse, like the organ, other things. But this part of it, with these cups that carry the water up to the top, has not been moving for, I don't know, I want to say like a month now or so. And why they can't fix that, I don't know.
So you're well versed in this treehouse, right? Is that safe to say?
I've certainly walked through it.
Okay, well, I'm going to send you through it again.
Okay.
But I want us to see if the water conveyance that would be dumping is in the tree. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see.
Doobie also wants to see the ostrich.
Okay, we're going in.
Hold on, I'm gonna add that to that because Doobie's the all-knowing Disney trivia guy now, right? That's almost what he said. What's the name of the ostrich, Doobie?
Morse.
Josh wants to point out that's why you lost power. The water system wasn't on.
Oh no! As soon as I turn the camera toward him, he ducks down under the fence. There he is.
Oh, and you gave the answer. It's Jane, by the way.
Yeah. Hi, Jane. You sound like a Dilophosaurus.
Yeah. Doobie says Jane now after it's shown. Thanks. Yeah. Keep your hood up. Have you heard that fan theory? I actually really like it. I don't know if it's true or not.
What's that?
In Jurassic Park, Nedry has his hood up when he first encounters the Dilophosaur. That's why it looks more at him, looks at him more curiously, and just kind of is like poking around.
Because it thinks it's related to him.
Yeah, but the Dilophosaur doesn't attack until his hood falls off when he slips.
Huh.
So
interesting. I had not heard that before.
This is welcome to Disneyland, where we talk about Jurassic Park with an ostrich.
Also, we're learning all sorts of stuff today. The Morse code.
Yeah.
The Beatles are not really spelling help.
I don't remember
if you
what we even talked about earlier in the stream at this point.
Put your hood up.
Yeah, put your hood up. In the very real possibility that you encounter a Dilophosaurus on your travels, yes. I'll have to yell at Sean later. The Tarzan wheel. It's not Tarzan anymore. It's now an unnamed family inspired by Walt Disney's Swiss Family Robinson. But he says it doesn't work on water unless you got the power. Mike would love all Back to the Future references. Rebecca likes the Dilophosaur theory. Just remember, if you encounter one in the wild, keep the hood up. Also, the hood would protect from the venom, in a way. Maybe not your face. But. All right, so now we're in the parlor, which has water running through it, and
Yes.
that's what powers the instruments, right?
Right. So
And there's the thing spinning. Is there water?
actually, there's not. So the water does actually flow through the pipes when it is flowing, is my understanding of that.
Can the little bamboo shoot is in the way? Can we get a little look at it?
So see that wheel rotating with the cups
Yeah.
there? There should be water in the back of that little enclave there.
So it looks like, at least on my end, there's like a little drip.
Yeah. But that might be coming from the rain.
That's too. Yeah, that's also possible.
That's interesting. So the water might actually be flowing through the pipes. It's not actually powering the organ, obviously.
Obviously.
But it does.
That
flow
part I
through the
knew. I
pipes.
just didn't know if it was an actual water effect that did carry over through the whole thing.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because otherwise, where would the water go? Like, it has to go somewhere.
Either way, I'm drawing up blueprints for our future home. So
Let's take a look.
people just taking shelter in the Adventureland Treehouse from the rain.
People are living in here now.
Richard B. Happy joining us. Hello. Hello, Richard. There's the chest with the Society of Adventurers and Explorers logo, or
Yes.
Explorers and Adventurers, because it is C, not say.
If it were see and say, then you would learn that the cow says moo.
Yes. And now let's wait for Kyle or somebody else to come in and say, actually, that wasn't a see and say. In fairness, at first I thought you meant a speak and spell.
No, that's the thing in the ET queue.
Yes, exactly. How's this room at night? I want to see this at night.
It's cool. It's cool looking. Yeah, the lights are neat. There's a little Nat Geo reference here. This book is a National Geographic.
We call that synergy.
Yeah. Okay, so here's one of the pipes that the water, story-wise, is supposed to be flowing through.
So it goes up to that barrel and dumps it.
Yeah.
So in theory, that could just be collecting the rain.
Right.
Which I know in some states is illegal. But that's a whole other topic. George is pointing out he's thinking of the Disneyland 10th anniversary in 1965 when Haley Mills and her family was in the treehouse.
Okay.
John Shipley telling us to watch what the monkey does with the clock.
Let's check it out. So, yeah, it says feed monkey. He's moving the arrow to where it says feed monkey, and the pointer keeps wanting to go back to feed lizards.
Hold on. Can you
Yeah.
look at that more straight on angle, or is there somebody in the way?
Nope, we're good.
I don't agree with my own assessment because of the scale,
Uh-huh.
but I bet some people will think that is a hidden Mickey.
Right. The
Do you see what I'm saying?
vials,
With the two bottles and
the
the
two
clock
flasks
work itself.
are not
Yeah,
big enough.
yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Doobie wants to know where the jumping frog is.
Oh, it's right here. Sorry. There he goes.
Henry joining us. Hello from Detroit. Hello, Henry.
That kid was convinced by this jumping frog.
So you got to spoil the magic? Get out of there.
No, I like that it jumps and then it turns
Okay.
around. That's so clever.
Doobie points out Jumping Frog is his new favorite Disney park character.
Yeah.
For those of you just joining us,
And
there's a
the
lot
jumping
more to
frog
Disneyland
is
and jumping frogs in it.
representative
cage.
for the Grapefruit Council or something, right?
Is that true?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I was just making an orange bird joke.
Oh, right. Those
Okay,
in Disneyland. Does it weird you out when you see Figment and Orange Bird merchandise at Disneyland?
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
it does.
And I'm from Florida.
Although we do have a Figment here in the Guardians queue.
That's true. You do.
So the water comes up here through these buckets. It gets dumped into that chute and falls into this large barrel. And then I don't know if I buy that it would flow uphill, but it does. It's supposed to flow uphill through this pipe into that barrel, and that's what's powering that stuff. And on this side, I don't know. I guess I'm not an expert in pneumatics or whatever you would call this, but it also goes uphill into
and it's
that
not
barrel.
Turning right now
Right.
on that one. Can you look at the bucket right there to the left?
This barrel.
Yeah. Is that full of water or is that just the camera angle we're at?
No, it has like a little screen on the top.
Oh, okay. Probably to keep leaves and stuff from going in the actual water. Got it. Rebecca says the jumping fish reminds her of the jumping frog reminds her of the jumping fish back by Big Thunder Mountain.
I guess does that turn around as well when it gets to the other side? Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty clever, this whole thing. It doesn't work anymore, though.
When was the last time you saw it functioning? I feel like we check every few days.
Yeah, it's been over a month, maybe like a month and a half.
Kyle points out another Disney screen. Disney putting screens everywhere. John also points out you could probably get a good view of Tiana's from up there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure revealed to be opening in Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World in September. Or sorry, not in September. I don't know where that came from. In summer of 2024. And then Disneyland's will be later in 2024. If you want to go to Disneyland or Walt Disney World, now would be a good time to bring up our good friends at Mouse Fan Travel. They could help with all your Disney travel needs. So be sure to reach out to them if you're looking to visit Disneyland or Walt Disney World in the future for Tiana's Bayou Adventure or whatever you want to see at the parks. As we head back down now, I see that Raging River is on, so that plays nothing into the water feature.
I mean, in the story it does, in the story of the attraction, that's where the water is coming from. But in reality, it's not pushing that.
Do be careful going down these steps.
Yeah. So the water wheel spinning should be turning that other wheel that turns this and lifts the water up that way.
The other day, Mac and I were live streaming from Magic Kingdom, and I sent him on Water Wheel Watch for ours, and it seemed to be mostly working. You could check that out on YouTube as well. Sean has a theory that California will wait and then somehow one-up the Tiana experience in Florida. It's possible. And probably.
It's going to be the
as that's
Princess
usually
and
what
two
happens.
crowd.
I promise you it will probably get you more wet than the Florida version.
Oh gosh, yeah. If I want them to change anything, I want it to be that part of the ride that submerges your feet. Ew, it's all foamy here. Look.
Did somebody in Adventureland prank the water feature? We do not encourage that behavior here at laughingplace.com. Do not do that.
Is that the lizard from Watch?
I don't think so, but that'd be a fun little treat. Pirates of the Caribbean's line is not going back there. That's a little surprising.
Right. It is open, though.
Yeah, let's whip out that app again. It says 25 minutes.
I think we should head back and check out. We'll see the construction over here by Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
And then take a look at Splash. I mean,
Whoa, whoa,
Tiana's.
whoa,
Whoa!
what?
It's coming down now.
The 1980s Tom Hanks film. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I didn't know they were showing that anywhere.
Is it true that the reason they named Splash Mountain that is to help promote the film?
I've heard that. I know it's also why there was a restaurant. I want to say it was at Pleasure Island. It might have been a bar, something called Madison's Dive, which was also another thing. I wouldn't be surprised, but I've not heard officially either way. So
you can see that big piece of construction equipment peeking out over the top of the wall there. I think they're making some big changes in the Haunted Mansion queue area here.
Is the art that was on at the train station on these walls anywhere?
Yeah, I think it's over here.
Okay.
Let me see. Is this the same art?
Adolfo asks, are we going to Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway? We were in Toontown earlier. As soon as the live stream's over, feel free to rewind, go back and check it out. We didn't go on the ride. It was down at the time.
Here's that
but
art.
You can see the rest of Toontown.
So this is what this area will look like or resemble when all is said and done. Looks like they're building like a brick enclosure.
Yeah.
For the Haunted Mansion queue. There's a new fountain there.
Yeah, let me note that. According to Rebecca, I am the keeper of the Disney Water Parks water features. Disney Parks water features, sorry. Now, I don't know that this concept art's incredibly accurate because I feel like there will always be more than about 15 people in that area.
That's right at opening. It's at 8 a.m. It's coming down now. Water might be flowing down the flume.
From the rain,
Just from the rain. Oh, here's another look. So we got these lenticulars, which are cool. Have we shown those on the live stream yet?
We have.
Okay.
You can get a better look at them though.
Yeah. So you'll recognize some of these paintings from the Haunted Mansion interior in the queue, but the lenticular versions are out here, and it'll change from May to December. But here's the other concept. So this is kind of looking.
Yeah,
at the
I'm glad you're
inside
showing
of the
this
queue.
because part of me thought that this was where the what that part of that brick that you looked at was in the other art, but I don't think it is.
Now, would that the fountain? So I think the New Orleans Square train station would be over here, right? And then the other side of that fountain that we saw in the other one would be behind this. Am I right in thinking that?
It's a fair thought.
And then Tiana's palace is like back here. I think that's right.
Yeah, that could be because like
this would be like that the berm where they put all the
okay.
jack-o'-lanterns at Halloween time, I think.
Hi, Arjun.
I think.
Christian's asking, what's the wait time for Frozen Ever After? You can
Not-
scroll up and
yeah,
check out
different
our wait time link that Rebecca put in the comments. But that is at Epcot. We are currently at Disneyland right now in California.
No,
hello to
no
Diego.
Frozen ride here yet.
Don't say yet. Don't say yet. Don't take that back. You take that back.
Come on, Tony. You have to prepare yourself for that eventuality.
That's what I was trying to skirt when I was talking about. This is purely speculation. I cannot stress that enough. This is purely speculation. With the Tale of the Lion King closing, some people thought Fantasyland Theater was going away to make way for a new Frozen experience or something.
Okay, here's Tiana's Bayou.
Thank you, Rebecca, for pointing out the Epcot wait time link. And it's 105 minutes at Epcot right now for Frozen Ever After. Christian also asking, what was your favorite movie scene from Disney's Wish? Mike?
Is it on Disney Plus yet?
Then
I haven't seen it, sadly. I have seen the Marvels now. Does that make you happy, Tony?
I'm too busy laughing at my quasi-real, mostly faux frustration. To answer your question, Christian, I like the rally song. Knowing what I know now, I believe is what it's called. Oh, wow. That is an empty Tiana's Bayou Adventure track right there.
Yeah, so they have like wooden planks over the flume here on this side. And it looks like construction has been paused today, unless they're just working on the interior. But it's too much rain to do the outside stuff right now. But we're a few months behind where you guys are at Walt Disney World.
Yep. Rebecca wants to know, is there a long line at Harbor Galley?
Let's find out.
And then Sean says, Arundel's taking the place of Toontown. I would have been petrified of that had they not just opened up the park's newest e-ticket in Toontown.
Right. That would be a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah. Now, on the right, I know we're checking out Harbor Galley, but on the right, there's supposedly a new gift shop coming. Can you see any kind of work for that?
I don't, but I think that must be going right here. So they're probably doing that first, and then they'll move over here and do this. But I don't see any work happening right in this immediate where the little temporary kiosk is.
Kyle says, are we calling Runaway Railway an e-ticket? Yeah. Would we not?
Oh, boy.
Mike?
Yeah, I would say it's an e-ticket.
Thank you, Mike.
It doesn't have to be a thrill ride to be an e-ticket.
Out there, throw out in the comments. Is it an e-ticket ride? People consider Country Bears an e-ticket ride. Like, as a matter of fact, I think they were an e-ticket ride. Or attraction. Harbor
Galley, you got like 5 people waiting. To answer your question, Rebecca.
That used to be her easy-to-get food choice until recently when they added chocolate chip cookies, which have proven popular. Are they the same as Jack Jack's Cookie Num Nums? Because if you're looking for a cookie, that's where we're going.
Not right now, though, because my phone's about to die.
Okay.
we're at an hour
and
and 45 minutes, so I think we did a pretty good job.
You can't see what I can see on my end, and I'll talk about it with you afterward, but there's a reason for that.
Okay.
Rebecca says, wow, she didn't see the Harbor Galley queue that short during her visit. Let's go back out to the hub, and then we'll call it.
Okay. If my phone dies, you just cut it short, but I'll make a valiant effort to get over there.
Okay, go towards Big Thunder then. We'll call it there.
Okay.
John, speaking of e-tickets, he still has some from 1978.
Nice.
Christian, what ride are you heading to first? We already checked out the Disneyland Railroad. Did a full lap on that. Once the stream ends here soon. Once the stream ends soon. Feel free to go back and rewind. That's probably the only ride we're going to check out today. A lot of the easy-to-get-to outdoor rides at the park are closed because of the rain. So, unfortunately, we can't join. But we did do the railroad. We did check out the treehouse. We walked through almost the whole park. If I had it my way, I'd say, Mike, get a charger, pop that in, and we'll go check out DCA, Disney California Adventure. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. But I'd like to thank all of you guys, recurring new, for tuning in today. It's been fantastic. But,
I would even
sure to
say
tune in.
it's been fantastic.
We don't talk about that till May.
Okay.
That's strict lockdown till May. I'm looking forward to it coming back. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be here.
Later on tonight, speaking of being here,
That
at
Peter
Place.
Pan, the Peter Pan segment's returning, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Have they said that?
Confirmed.
Is that out there? Okay.
Yeah, that's out there. Yeah, that's out
I'm
there.
excited for that.
Later on tonight on Laughing Place YouTube, be sure to stay tuned for Parks Talk at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, will you still be in the park for that, or are you going to head home?
I'll still be here. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to do it from.
Okay. Oh, and we lost him. That phone died. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Parks Talk tonight at 4 o'clock Eastern, or Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Disney Trivia Live at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell whenever we go live. So long, everybody.